presence of God is not against science. In fact, the more we discover in science, the more we understand that yes, there is an explanation of the presence of God. Of course, many of these aspects are above human understanding, and you have to understand that. If you're gonna say who created God, or how, so you believe in creationism, then I'm gonna tell you, if you believe in the stupid Richard Dawkins words that come from his pie hole, you have to believe then maybe God was also made by chance. How about that? You know, if you believe everything is made by chance, maybe God was made by chance, but he's like bigger than anything and stronger than anything. So his chance was he's just by chance he became the strongest being, and now he's controlling everything because apparently there's a modification of the evolution theories, Christian modification of the evolution theory that allow for the presence of God in the beginning to just make the initial cell, but then he forgot about this planet. He just like made the initial cell and just went and lived on Mars or something, just so we can let the cell do whatever it wants, make a human, make a dinosaur, kill the dinosaurs, whatever, it makes anything, right? So that obviously is not true. But if you believe in that, okay, so that's great. I have a news for you. It was God. God was made by chance. Angels were made by chance. He didn't make anything. He's just staying here. He can just kill us at any time he wants, or he doesn't even. I don't know. He lives there. How are you gonna debunk my theory? He said that the intricate cells was made by chance. I'm telling you, God also made by chance. Who knows? You don't believe in angels? I believe in them. How about that? They live somewhere else on other planets. How about that? And they're made by chance too. Come on. The presence of God is easily understood now with modern science. For example, imagine if you have somebody who lives in somebody who's in a room that has only a hole in it, a closed room. There's no windows or anything, and it's dark, and there's only one hole in it that you can look from the outside. And outside, there are three men that are dancing in front of him, and these men move from one side to the other. So as the first man dances in front of him, he sees him, he knows that this is happening right now, and then this man moves to the right. The next man comes in view. So he lost the view of the first man, and now the second man he can see, which means that he will perceive that the first man is the past, and the man that appeared right now, the middle man, if you will, is the present. And then if he's smart, he will predict that if the pattern continues, that this man also is going to move this way, and a third man will appear, and that will be the future. So that's the present, past, and the future for the person in the room. If somebody is much bigger than the person and sitting above, or even not, but sitting above the room, right? That means what? That means he sees all of those. He sees all of those dancing in front of him, and they're all considered the present for him. And that's why the word arsh in Quran, which means the control panel. God has the control panel. It's not arsh, it's like a chair that he sits on. It means the control panel. Arsh. Al-jannatu ala arushiha. Arsh, above everything. That means he can see everything. He knows the past and present and the future. He knows what's going to happen to you because he sees everything from the top. Not from the physical top, but just he sees everything happening. Okay, now imagine if you have a flea or an ant over your body, or not over your body, on the table in front of you, and you are eating on the table or studying or doing anything. Do you think the ant with its eyes can actually make you completely, like the ant can see your head all the way down to toe? course not. The ant will probably see your hand, and this hand will be so big for it that it will consider that this hand is endless. Like there's no end for that hand, or for that structure. It doesn't even recognize that this is a hand. It's so big for it, So it will think that this is just an extended being that bigger than anything, right? So the ant will never understand, even if you describe from here till tomorrow that there is a joint called the shoulder, and that shoulder works by muscles that go around and pull anterior and posterior and rotator cuffs and all. He'll never understand that. He can't even see it. He can't even imagine that this is what's happening. The ant comes from eggs, for example. If you swear to the ants that this big, huge structure that it can't even see the end of it, it comes from his mom's womb. The ant will say, "What? Mom, womb? There's so many of this, I can't understand." Right? Same thing. You're just a human. You live on a pebble in the universe. Look at you. Look at the Earth in the universe. You think this is the only place that chance happened and nothing else where chance happened? Or maybe there are. I don't know. So when you look at the universe, you know that you're nothing. Your planet is nothing. It's less than a pebble, actually. It's like a sand, a piece of sand. So you're living on a pebble in the universe, and you're talking about the God of that universe and saying, "I don't understand it. I don't know how it happened. Who made him?" Just go and just go kill yourself somewhere. This is ridiculous. This means so like proud stupidity when people talk like this. This is proud stupidity. Moreover, just a simple explanation. Forget about the explanation about God sitting above a room or some man sitting above the room or whatever. Just think about it. There are particles that we discover every day that are subatomic particles. They are much smaller in size. Every time we go down the size, we discover another one that is smaller, right? So, and also the speed of these particles are different. So, for example, there is a particle that was discovered. It's called the neutrino. The neutrino is a particle that is so small, and it's actually faster than the photon. So it's faster than the speed of light. So humans who are made to see and identify things based on light. So when I see you because I see the light that is coming out of you. And when I see the universe, the same thing. So if we're looking at a planet using our stupid, microscope, telescope, and we find that the planet had burst. This planet is about 800 light years away from us. So that means that we're gonna see this, or 800 years away from us, light years. So anyway, so that means we're gonna see this planet explosion after 800 years. Let's say 800 years. So the light will travel from that planet to us in 800 years. So we'll see it after 800 years. So right now we'll see an explosion in the sky, and we will all say, this happened because this happened now, the present, but it didn't happen now. It actually happened 800 years ago. Just the light took time to come through this vast universe. Now, if there is an angel that is made of neutrinos, and he traveled at the speed of neutrinos, you're never gonna know him, because you're just an inferior creature. So you don't even try to understand this. But he's traveling at the speed of neutrinos. Number one, he's gonna be so fast you're not gonna see him. Your eyes are not gonna see him. Number two, he can start his trip from that planet down to coming to Earth, and he will come in about 25 years, for example. Whereas the light will come in 800 years. So he can come here and give us a prophecy. And he says there will be a planet that will explode in 775 years. And we will say, wow, it's a prophecy. And atheists like Richard Dawkins are going to say, oh, there's nothing called prophecy. How idiotic.